Hey, it's Nick Doherty here with Broiler Page and Orillia, and I'm very excited to be back and share another updated stat video of what is happening in Orillia in real estate in June 2025. Specifically, I am going to be chatting about the detached house niche here in Orillia, and you can see that's what I have in here as well. Okay, so let's dive into stat number one that I always go over is the number of active listings. And you can see right here in this column, we are at 121 active listings as of June 2025. Last year at this time, you can see June 2024 up in the left-hand corner here, we're at 122. So basically the exact same number that we seen last year that's how much inventory we have now. Last month at this time, we had 107. So you can see it's kind of over the last couple of months, it's trending up. So we have more inventory out there than we have the previous months. Okay, which leads us into stat number two, the number of sales. Which you go over to the left-hand side here, you can see we're hovering around 29. Okay, sales last month. Last month at this time, May, we were hovering around 37, but in June we were at 29. Last year at this time, we were at 34. So a few less sales and relatively the same amount of inventory as last year. But you can see we had less sales, more inventory from May to June. Okay, so let's dive into stat number three, which is the average sale price. And you can see you have both here, average sale price, medium sale price. I'm going to be specifically talking about the average sale price. Okay, you can see we're hovering around $644,000. Last month, we were hovering around 661. Previous month before that, April, you can see 664. Okay, so it's a little bit of a downward trajectory the last couple of months, but you can see last year at this time, we were hovering around 627. So year over year, we're actually up 2.7% if you look from June 2024 to June 2025. Month over month, we're down 2.6%. So if you bought your house last month and you're selling it this month, okay, then you're at a loss. But if you bought last year, this is relatively where it is. And that is typical. That is normal to see an increase at 2.7%. That is the standard market. And really, honestly, my personal perspective is if we were in a normalized market right now, this is what it typically would be previously to COVID. Okay, all that craziness. And once that passes, a couple of years pass on, maybe we'll all forget about that and we won't be so eager to sell your house like within a day or 7 days or asking about multiple offers. Okay, it's a different market out there and you have to really be strategic about pricing your property and presenting. Okay, those two things matter the most. And if you're not positioned properly, your house is going to sit on the market. Okay, that's my personal perspective and what I have seen out there. Okay, now let's go into stat number four, which is days on market. Average days on market, it's saying that it's 24, and it's saying medium days on market is 15. Okay, this stat, I've said it before, it doesn't really make sense. Okay, that's for stuff that has sold. This doesn't take into account all the properties that have not sold, expired, suspended, all that stuff, okay? These are just properties that have sold. This is why I say if you price your house properly and it presents well, this is what you can look like. Under 30 days, your house could sell, okay? Keep that in mind when you're selling. That's why it's very important to do your due diligence up front before you put your house on the market, that it's positioned properly if you're serious about selling. Okay, I have found most people, they like to dabble lately, see if it'll sell. Okay, you're not really intentional about selling it. Let's just put it out there and see what happens. It's like, okay, what are we doing this for, really? Okay, that's just a little rant on the side from myself. Okay, now which leads us into stat number five, which is list price to sold price. We're relatively the same. This number stays relatively the same. It doesn't vary too much right now over the last year. 98%. Last month was 98%. The month before was 99. Last year was 98. So if you listed your house at $1 million, price sell around 98% of asking. Okay. So there's a little bit of a negotiation room if you are a buyer in there, and buyers know that too. Okay, that's just the market that we're in right now, and that's normal. Okay, usually there is a little bit of negotiation room. Before COVID, that was the way it was too. Okay, stat number 6, months of inventory. We're hovering around 4.17. Okay, so 4 months. If nothing sold in 4 months, everything would be gone from the market. However, this indicates to us as real estate agents that we're in a balanced market. Okay, 4 to 6 months is relatively a balanced market. All right, between sellers is 1 to 3, balance is 4 to 6, and 6 beyond is a buyer's market. So we're relatively in a buyer's market. But you can see, it was around 4 last June too. It was around 3 the month before. It's been hovering in and out in this range, right? 2 to 4, 2 to 5, somewhere in there over the last year. Okay. Key metrics to pay attention to: 2.7% increase year over year. 2.6% decrease month over month. Inventory up, less sales down, and you can see months of inventory up as well. Okay, so if you're considering selling, take this into consideration. If you are thinking about buying, take this into consideration, because you have more properties to look at and more opportunity to maybe get a better deal. Okay, if you have any questions specifically about this video, comment below, reach out to me. Happy to have a question with you, and let me know you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up. It incentivizes me to continue to do these videos and let you know what is happening here in Orillia. Specifically, we're talking about the detached non-waterfront niche here. But if you had questions about any other niche, condos, waterfront, cottages, stuff like that, happy to answer those questions as well. Okay, I am Nick Doherty, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.